Coming up next, SU football prepares for #2 Florida State on Saturday in Tallahassee. One of the biggest in recent memory for the Orange. Also, now that Section 3 high school football is in the books, the Dome open for SU hoops. That and more when NCC News returns. After a gritty 23 win over Maryland this past weekend, it's a new challenge for SU football this Saturday. Undefeated 9-0 Florida State. Now, the Orange defense has been impressive in its last 2 games. It's won the turnover margin and has yet to allow a touchdown since it played Georgia Tech nearly 4 weeks ago. But this weekend, Heisman Trophy candidate Jameis Winston stands in the way of 5-3 Syracuse and bowl eligibility.
You know, if you're a competitor, you look forward to these things. It's like, now I really get to test myself. I'm going against some of the best in the country. If I feel like I'm a good player, I'm going against good players, and, you know, it's going to be a battle, you know, and I feel like my team's prepared for that, and I want to help prepare them as much as I can possible for a great battle in Tallahassee.
So we're just going to do whatever we can to contain them, because you can't really stop them. We just got to contain them. Like I said, turnovers is going to be key. Get the ball back for our offense. Whenever you can take the ball out of the playmakers' hands, that's a big part of the game.
The biggest playmaker, naturally, the quarterback. Jameis Winston is the Heisman Trophy frontrunner as just a redshirt freshman for Florida State. Winston has thrown 26 touchdowns over 9 games this season and over 2,600 yards. By the way, Florida State already clinched the ACC Atlantic, which means a spot in the ACC title game at the end of November. Well, Syracuse basketball will be in Maui at the end of November, but for now, some easy non-conference opponents for Boeheim's bunch. SU took down Fordham 89-74 at the Carrier Dome last night to improve to 2-0 on the young season. 4 straight New York teams for the Orange to start off the season. It's already beaten Cornell, now Fordham, with Colgate and St. Francis Brooklyn to come. Syracuse took care of the Rams last night with ease, and it was young and old. Tyler Ennis and C.J. Fair stole the show for the Orange. Ennis, the freshman, finished with a personal best 16 points, while Fair, he added a career-high 26. It was a 25-point lead for the Orange that set it apart from the Rams in the first half that led to the SU win.
I think if our defense is effective and we're getting stops and rebounds, then, you know, our offense is going to thrive as well.
Again, we played a very efficient first half. We were very good offensively. We didn't have many turnovers. CJ had, you know, the 4. We only had 6.
You know, you get teams confidence, they're going to stick around. And so we just try to jump out on them early, and we did.
Syracuse's future ACC foe, Duke, was in action last night versus #5 Kansas for a top 5 bout in Chicago. All eyes were on Duke freshman Jabari Parker and Kansas freshman Andrew Wiggins, the top 2 high school recruits. But it was all Jayhawks in this one. Freshman. Here's Andrew Wiggins with the flush. He finished with 22 points and 10 rebounds. Later in the first half, Jabari Parker showing off his speed for the Duke Blue Devils. He had 27 points and 9 rebounds. Then later at the end of the second, or early second, throwing down some thunder. But Duke's turnovers proved too much. Kansas takes advantage late second half, and look at that. Got to be a signature moment in the young career of Andrew Wiggins. Jayhawks win 94-83. Sticking with basketball in L.A., former SU star Wes Johnson in action in starting lineup for the Lakers. L.A. hosting the New Orleans Pelicans. Jordan Hill, an early dunk, but not even the best dunk of the game. Here's the play of the night. Xavier Henry posterizing Jeff Withey. That's Kansas on Kansas crime. I think that's illegal in about 14 states. L.A. went on to win by a big margin. The Syracuse Chiefs announced a partnership with Cumulus Media this morning to air all of its games for the upcoming season on the Score 1260 AM. Last year, the local AAA team went internet-only with its broadcasts, in large part to save money. But now under new GM Jason Smorrell, Chiefs baseball will be back on the airwaves in 2014 on the same station it aired in 2011 and 2012. The 144-game season starts in April. And guys, also going on tonight in the NBA, a couple SU rookies and a sophomore, Dion Waiters, the Cavaliers in action tonight. Michael Carter-Williams also playing the Rockets tonight. Should be a good slate.